Welcome, good afternoon. Welcome to the LaugherZoom monthly session, starting again after a long hiatus over the summer and getting back there on track. So it's just me today, I guess. And I have to silence myself for YouTube. There we go, getting started again and get used to it all again. And also fighting the impulse to just say, oh, there is nobody, let's leave it. No, I'm gonna start doing it. Whether on my own or whether someone joins, and get back into the habit, because that's also part of it all. So who am I? Hello, I'm Rosaria, this little Italian ball of energy, enthusiasm and passion, living in the Netherlands since 20 years now. And last year I became Laughter Yoga certified teacher, in addition to being a speaker, a trainer, and a corporate advisor on customer experience and happiness. I'm the co-author of the book you see behind me, Yellow Goldfish and Yellow Factor, which is about 9 ways that businesses can contribute to happiness for customers, employees, and society while driving growth, productivity, and prosperity. Among those 9 factors, there is health, there is play, there is smile, and we also speak a lot about the power of laughter for our well-being and for our creativity and for our productivity. But back then, when I wrote the book, now nearly 4 years ago, I didn't know that it was possible to laugh unconditionally. And that is exactly what is the power of laughter yoga. Laughter yoga was invented, was an intuition from an Indian doctor already back in 1995, where he saw that his patients were doing better if they would be laughing. So he started to create a laughter club, initially with exercises, with jokes and funny stories. Then they ran out of jokes. So he came up with the idea of making exercises. So to really laugh unconditionally and fully intentionally. And it works. It just works because it's based on the mirror neurons. So you might start initially, it's a bit of fake laughter or an induced laughter, or like, let's also laugh if I don't really feel like laughing. But when you are together, or like right now, you're on your own, but you see yourself on Zoom and on YouTube at the same time. So you start having mirror neurons with yourself, and it kind of starts working. That's just what it is. No, I've not lost my mind. So there is really science backing up behind laughter, why it works, why is exactly the opposite of stress. So while you're laughing, you cannot be stressed. You cannot be in the sympathetic system or fight or flight, but you are in the parasympathetic system of your autonomic nervous system, the rest and digest. So there is plenty of science, which now I teach in my courses, either specifically on laughter yoga and breathing and stress management, or I build it through into my happiness-driven growth and customer experience courses. But today, those LaugherZoom sessions are really just about very few minutes introduction and then just practicing, because all you need to start with is 10 minutes of sustained laughter, and that will produce in your body what we call the joy cocktail, with a dose of happiness, of happiness. So that is dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, and endorphin, and then we're just gonna do the laughter then. And what I ask you, if you're following from YouTube, just take a moment to also think right now, how do you feel on a scale from 0 to 10 when it comes to your energy, your overall mood, enthusiasm, calm, capability to manage stress? How do you feel on a scale 0 to 10? And then we're going to ask this question again at the end, and you can see if and what type of difference there is. So the very first thing that we do when we get started is we actually simply clap our hands. Why do we start by clapping our hands? Because it's basically we are activating our acupuncture pressure. So we are starting waking up our system simply by clapping our hands, and we're also activating the child feel like in us, the playfulness. So we are more ready to go. The next thing we do, we add a rhythm to it. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Hey, hey! And when you do it together, this already starts to create reasons for you to laugh. The next thing we do is we now add, instead of 1, 2, 3, we say ho, ho, ha, ha, ha. And the H needs to be very aspirated. Why? Because then we are doing it from our diaphragm, which means we start activating also different muscles in our body. The diaphragm has a role in the our breathing and our oxygenation. So that's all the scientific and the body science behind it. We are just gonna do it. So we go ho, ho, ha, 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 ho, ho, ha, ha, ha. Yay! And the last warming up exercise that we do is something called the dog breathing. So if any of you has a pet or I've seen a dog, after a run, we're just gonna breathe like them. So we breathe in, and when we breathe out, we go like, and again from the diaphragm. Ready, steady, go. Very well, very well. Yeah, molto bene, molto bene. Yeah, that's a bit of the intercalar type of game that we do through every exercise. Why? I'll share with you. So today, in our session of laughter, we're gonna start with actually a bit of historical laughter. So I'm gonna be telling you the story of how it all started in India, when basically after the Dr. Kataria, the inventor of the yoga, and the people which were meeting every day in this park in Mumbai, they start running out of jokes. They start to come up with the idea, okay, let's start laughing with exercises. So how do we do? The very first one that they came up with was the namaste laughter. So basically they were just greeting each other with the namaste and then laughing, bowing to each other and to the divinity in oneself and to each other. So we're just gonna go and go like this is completely awkward on my own. You imagine you're doing it around with people, laughing and smiling with each other. I promise you it works much stronger when you are with other people. And right now I'm feeling so, almost not ridiculous is not the right word, but it's like, it's so bizarre what I'm going now that it also makes me laugh. And that's also the other thing with laughter yoga. It's like the more you start laughing, the easier it becomes to you to laugh not at yourself, but with yourself in whatever situation that comes. Like now, I'm laughing by myself, with myself on Zoom and myself on YouTube. And it's like that. The next type of laughter that they invented was called the milkshake laughter, because in India, especially in that part of India, they were drinking a lot of lassi milk, also called butter milk. So it's a special milk that mixes milk with butter. And back then they did not have a shaker, so they would just have milk in one glass and butter in the other glass, and then they would pour it from one glass to the other one and vice versa, and shaking in that way. So we take the two glasses and we go and then we drink it. And then the next laughter that they come up with was the argument laughter. Like Kataria shares the stories because at that time in India there was a TV series called To Two Main Main, in which the two characters were just arguing with each other. So we go like And if you start doing this, then the next time that you feel like you're angry with somebody, or like also especially with your kids, you're gonna go like, and actually the laughter comes up, so it distresses the situation and it simplifies it, and it's adds playfulness again to life. And a variation of this one is actually the fighter laughter. So you can imagine somebody that you're very angry at and you always want to punch it in the face. So you're gonna go one. Yeah. And the next laughter that they came up with was, why are you laughing? You know, would you have to laugh? Because they were just laughing in a public park. So a lot of people were passing by and asking, why are you laughing? Why are you laughing? So we go after, why are you laughing? And then the answer of the people laughing were just like, we don't know why we are laughing. We're just laughing. At some point they were just laughing. So we go like, looking at yourself in the mirror or even recording yourself. It's like you cannot do anything else but laugh because it's it's hilarious. That was the word I was looking before. Feel kind of ridiculous probably, but mostly hilarious. And then the next one that they came up with was a silent laughter, because it happened that next to the park where they were laughing, there was a mosque, and at some point there was a Muslim festival of Eid. So the head of the mosque asked them, "Can you please just don't laugh for today?" They were laughing every single day, and so the team decided, oh, we still want to laugh. How can we do it? Let's do silently. So how do you do the silent laughter? You just breathe in, and when you breathe out, you laugh, shaking your shoulders. And actually, it's even more effective. And you can imagine doing this everywhere, on a tram, and even in your mind, and you still get all of the effects. Ready? Very well, yeah. As you can see, it just works. And you really, if you start putting your hands on the diaphragm, you can really see how much also the diaphragm becomes active. And then next to that, in the team, there was a fabric merchant. So they were always measuring 1 meter texture. So they started also to measure it while laughing. So we do the 1 meter laughter goes like, eh. The other side, and yeah. So this one was something that at some point all those games and they started almost get monotonous, or it felt like you needed something from one game to the other one. So somebody in the group just started to do this all the time, and then they added very well, yeah. And eventually it became something completely embedded in all the exercises for 2 reasons. One, because when we clap our hands, we are reactivating our pressure point, we are waking up the childfulness within us. But also when we do this and say very well, yeah, we're actually taking up a power pose. So from all the studies from Emika, it automatically makes us feel better just to be in this pose. And when we alternate very well, yeah, it creates an anchor in your brain. So automatically what happens is that the next time in whatever other situation you will hear very well, your brain will remember this moment of fun and joke. And there we have Marta is joining us. Oh, yeah. Hello. It's connecting. Don't think you hear me yet. It's having difficulties connecting. And you're on mute. I don't know if you want to put your video on.
Hey, sorry.
Hi.
Let me try if the video works now.
Yeah. Welcome, nice to meet you. I wasn't sure if you were joining anymore, and today is just us. So I got ahead and did some laughter already for 10 minutes, and it's super warm in the Netherlands. I don't know,
Yeah,
where
exactly.
are you?
No, I'm in the Netherlands.
The Netherlands.
Yeah.
I was like, I didn't expect it's also like a completely, and whenever you
Yeah.
smile and laugh, you end up like
Definitely. Yeah, I'm sorry because I had it in the agenda for next week because it changed, so it didn't pop up today in my agenda, and I just saw your email, so I was like, oh no, I know.
we can do it next week as well if you want. I was just I started anyway because I'm like, I need to start more being regular, because otherwise maybe once a month becomes too difficult to keep it on the agenda. I'm like, I really need to start getting on a weekly basis so that there is people know when exactly is, and stop changing it with the summer and so on.
Yeah, exactly. With the changes, you get crazy. I can imagine as well.
Are you already familiar with laughter yoga?
No.
Okay, so it's the first time for you.
Yeah, that's why I was like, oh, let's see.
So
what
I
exactly is.
just so what I'm gonna do, because I'm also going live on YouTube, so I already been recording it all, but I can repeat a bit for you as well. So the whole idea of laughter is that it's just it's an intuition from Dr. Kataria, somebody in India, already over 20 years ago, where he knows that laughter is a great way for our body to be healthy, but also to activate our parasympathetic system. So it's physiologically the opposite of stress. But we always think that to laugh, we need to hear jokes or we need to watch a comedy. But that is our mind way to generate laughter. Instead, what we do with laughter yoga, we just generate laughter through our body by making the choice of laughing. And we stimulate it with some type of exercises, which in the past years have been invented. Or it's actually, once you get the hang of it, it's very easy to create a laughter for every situation possible. And then basically we bring our body to laugh. And by doing that, and especially when you do it in group with a mirror neuron, you will automatically start laughing for real. And even if at the beginning you don't laugh for real, your body still gets all the benefits, because your mind cannot differentiate between real laughter and fake laughter. That's the brilliant intuition. So even if one day you don't feel like laughing at all, you are still just gonna get the benefit, because if you start laughing, then you start laughing. I just went through all the exercises of the history, a bit of laughter, and we can do them again next week if you join. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to do some, and I'm going to do also again the warm up with you again, because basically as a warm up, we just start clapping our hands. So it kind of warms up your body, puts you in the right mood, and it wakes up the playfulness in you.
I'm going to make more space.
And clap with me. And then we add a read to it, which is 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Which then on Zoom goes always completely mixed up. And then the other thing that we do is we have the ho ho ha ha ha. Because that really, if you do it very aspirated, the H, it took me a long while to really get aspirated, because as Italian, I don't pronounce the H. It really activates your diaphragm. So you go ho, ho, ha, ha, ha. 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 And then we do very well, yay!
Okay.
Very well, very well. Yeah. And then, as I said, we can create all sorts of exercises. What I'm going to do now, we're going to do some closing the week type of exercise. So one that we can do, it's called the, oh gosh, now I don't remember it in English. It's like the wire that you put through your teeth. What's the name of that one? Oh gosh,
I don't know in English either.
But we do the mental one. So you imagine, and all the exercises in laughter yoga, we also often charge them with an A, and then we laugh. So imagine taking this virtual wire, and we put it in our ear. So we go like A, then we pull it on the other side, A, and then we go like A, and then we laugh. And basically, we are cleaning up our brain from all the thoughts from the week. Ready?
Yeah.
Go like A.
Okay.
And then we shake all the thoughts away. And you can imagine also pressing them with your feet.
Okay.
And that's how you also, so free up your mind from thoughts and things from the week. And another one also at the end of the week we can do. Which one can we do now? I'm checking my list. More games. Oh yeah. Another one is that so if there's been anything that felt pressing for you this week, or anything that you want to get rid of, we can do the freedom laughter. So you imagine anything that has been locking you, like the chains that you had, and then we go we open up the chains, and then we open them completely, we break them, and we laugh. Ready? So we go and then so there's always a bit of shaking and everything.
Yeah,
so
everything
really
out.
Frees you up. Anything else? Anything that you had particular in this week that you say, I want to dedicate a laughter to this, and then I show you anything that was of note in your week.
Okay. Yeah.
What did you have in your week? Tell me something from your week that we can create a laughter around.
You mean like something bad and then to put it
or
well,
anything, or even something good, anything that we can try and create and laughter from.
I had I had a baby 1 month ago.
Ooh,
and he's laughing a lot, so yeah, he's laughing when he's also doing the mirror, so when I laugh he laughs back.
So. That's a really easy one. So it's like we can imagine the baby laughter, like we go like oh.
Yeah, my baby laughing.
Especially the first one, you go oh.
Yeah.
And that's really what this is. It's just like creating laughter and then keep laughing. Another one that is funny and that you can actually do also with your baby is the 3 monkey, which become 4. So the 3 monkey is I don't see, I don't hear, I don't speak, then we are silent, but I laugh, and then we laugh. So we go like
That's what I like.
So with or you can do the penguin laughter. So we will go down in the animal world. So the penguin laughter, you imagine like being like a penguin with your hands and with your feet. You go like The animals that I also really like is the mussel. So the mussel is really shy. So what the mussel is gonna do, she's gonna look around, going like seeing if she can trust the surrounding. And then when finally she finds a mussel like her, she's gonna open up and laugh. Okay, ready?
Yeah. Oh. Great.
One thing we always do as intermediate to the way exercising, we do very well. Yeah. Which is also there's an entire science behind it, because when you clap your hands, you're reactivating your acupuncture pressure, and when you take this pose, you're actually taking a power pose.
Okay.
And by saying very well, yeah, you also create an anchor in neurolinguistic processing, because then basically every time in your day in which you will hear very well, you will remember this pose and this funny moment. So you go back to the laughter moment. Another one that we can do, and it's quite easy, and you can do it with all the vowels, is the vowel catapult. So for every vowel, we charge up the vowel, So we go like ah, and then we launch the vowel and we laugh with that vowel.
Okay.
Ready? So we go ah. And then you go with the other side with the next vowel, and then you laugh with the vowel A. So we go Then we go to E or I, and we go E.
Yep.
It's getting too warm. And then and then we go to the letter O. So we go like which is very much like the Father Christmas laughter.
Yeah.
And the final one, we go to the oo. We go like ooh.
Yeah.
Laughter is
Very well.
And one more laughter that you can use at any time is the silent laughter. So in the silent laughter, you just breathe in, and when you breathe out, you laugh silently, shaking your shoulders. Yeah, let's just go ahead and experience it. So you breathe in.
This one is more difficult for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to make the sound.
Yeah, or you need to. So in the you open your mouth and you shake your shoulders, and it works. Cool. And then the some laughter that I do in closure is one is the milkshake laughter. So in the milkshake laughter, or all the we can call it the cocktail now, the weekend cocktail. So it's about what you want to put in a cocktail of your weekend. So what type of things would you like to have in the weekend? So for example, I'm gonna put in this milkshake laughter, relaxation, coolness, because I'm done with the warmth of those weeks. I can't handle it anymore. I thought today was going to be chilly. And mind off, like I want to have really mind off. What would you like to have in your weekend? Let me put it in the
I want relaxation for sure. Some exercise, some walking maybe, and yeah, just enjoying the sun without without dying.
And then we shake it, so we go like and then we drink it laughing. And then what you can imagine that whatever is left in the milkshake, you mix it, you put a spray on it, and you just spray it around yourself and in the room around you laughing. So that you have all those ingredients in your day. And then the laughter that I do in conclusion is always the well done laughter, where we do 1A, it's thanks to you for being here, for having taken the time. The second thanks is to whoever has joined. And then the final thanks is to all the teachers that you had in your life, past, present, and future. And then we hug ourselves laughing. So we go, Well done, you, for being the first time. And then the very final thing that I do in both the short session and the long session is a breathing exercise to reground, because also laughter puts a lot of energy and a lot of things in movement. So, and the one that I was doing, the short one, is the humming. And I don't know actually if you use humming with your baby, but I initially learned about humming during baby yoga and pregnancy yoga. So it's really cool technique also for calming your baby. So to hum, what we're going to do, we just breathe in, and when we breathe out, we hum, which is like until you run out of breath, and then you breathe in again, and we do it 3 times. And you can Keep your eyes open or closed, however you feel more comfortable, with the eyes on the ground. Ready?
Yeah.
And that's it. That's as simple as that. I'm gonna stop the live recording so that then we can have a quick chat if you want. Where do I stop it? Thank you everyone. We will see it on YouTube, and you're welcome to join next time online directly on Zoom. I'll put the notes in the show.